Do you think that tier trays are just for show? What if they could be the secret to decorating any small space beautifully and affordably? Today I'm sharing easy farmhouse DIY decor ideas that go beyond tier trays. Perfect for shelves, coffee bars, and small spaces. Whether you are a tray lover or not, these budget-friendly projects add cozy charm everywhere.
Hi, I'm Loli, and I'm so glad you are here.
For this project, I'll be using this butterfly that I got from Dollar Tree. It already came apart, so it was a lot easier for me to deconstruct this as far as the base. But when it came to this portion here in the middle, that was a different story. I have to use my spatula to try to pry it open. It was kind of trying to crack in some areas, so I came in with my heat gun and just heated up some portions of it. And I also heated up the spatula. That way I was able to slide underneath and it kind of cut that glue like butter. I didn't realize that it was, hot glue on there. I thought it was a different adhesive. Once everything was apart, I decided to put the inner portion of the butterfly and the base in black and the outer part of the butterfly in white. I'm using folk art and Rust-Oleum for this. Then once that white paint has dried, I'm taking my sanded block and I'm going to heavily distress both the front and the back of the butterfly. Now it's time to put it all together. And I'm going to take some Tide Bond Quick and Thick and add it in some portions of the inner portion of the outer portion of the butterfly, that piece right there that we distressed. But I'm leaving some spaces in between without any glue because I'm using the Tide Bond for that long-term hold. But I'm going to come in with some hot glue in a couple of sections for immediate hold so I can continue with this project. Then I positioned the black piece on top of this one. And then I took some more of the Tide Bond Quick and Thick and added it to the holes that were left over on the vase. If I had to do this again, I will put the glue on the little prongs on the butterfly instead and then find the holes. It was a lot harder to find the holes with this method. And that is it for this piece. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this one? I absolutely love it. For this project, I'm going to use this little piece that I got for 11 cents at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to go ahead and sand off all of that wording and make sure that I remove any of the raised edges. Then I'm going to just wipe it all down, make sure that it's nice and dry. And then we are going to cover it with one coat of rich black chalk paint from Folk Art. Next, I'm going to take one of these. They are meant to save or to put away your makeup blenders on, but I thought it looked like a little bird cage or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and try to deconstruct it. I was a little bit scared to do that, and then I said, you know what, Loli, grow some cojones and let's go ahead and remove this back end. I was a little bit too rough with it and I broke a little piece, but that is quite fine. We're going to put that clear piece to the side and I'm going to take some of my Rust-Oleum Linen White Chalk paint and paint the inside portion and the back portion, avoiding the little legs. Now we are going to go ahead and put back our clear piece onto there. I'm just using the little holes and the prongs that I have left over as guides, making sure that my door is also in the right track. And just position it there, make sure that it's in place. I did not use any glue because I was expecting for it to just snap back into place, and it did, thankfully. Once I made sure that the mechanism still worked, it still opened and closed as intended, I'm going to go ahead and take some of my Tide Bond and add a little bit on each tip of each of the little legs at the bottom and position it in the middle of my pedestal. Here, I'm just eyeballing to make sure that it is nicely centered before I leave it there. And I'm not using hot glue because I want this to have a nice adhesion. And also I want to make sure that I have time to move it around. My original idea was to add a small bird to that, but I was thinking to go to Hobby Lobby to get that. And who are we kidding, right? If I go into Hobby Lobby for a tiny bird, I will come out with a lot more than that. So I decided to go through my stash and see what I had. So I was thinking about this little cow, but unfortunately it was a little bit too big but I love it. I got that at Hobby Lobby during clearance season, and I ended up using one of these tea light candles that have roses on them that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm sorry, from Dollar Tree actually. And this one lights up in different colors. And I thought it would look so beautiful inside of that space, just like this, but also you have the option of closing it out using that little door, and it will also be a beautiful glow, or you can even use it as a little ambience light on your tier tray, or these are not only for tier trays, you can always use it for any small spaces. This was cute like that, but you know already I'm not done yet. I felt like I needed a little bit more, so I decided to paint the sides of it using my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. Once the sides dried, I'm going to take some of these rubber transfers and I'm going to pick these two pieces that are here at the end so I can add them to the front of this. These rubber transfers came from Dollar Tree and they're so easy to put on. All you do pretty much is remove the backing from the back of it, hence the word backing. Position them where you want them, just rub on them until they are completely adhered. Here though, when you're using chalk paint, I will tell you, go ahead and seal your paint first, because that dust that the chalk paint comes with does not allow the rubber transfer to go on there properly. So I'm using some Mod Podge to seal my paint in. I added it to all of the sides that I painted white. And once it all dried, I'm going to apply my rubber transfers. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the back, and as I said before, position it in the portions where I want them. And then I'm going to just rub it on until they're completely adhered. I put one on both sides of the front section, leaving the middle undone. Today's video is part of the Talented Creators collaboration that is hosted monthly by Aurea from DIY with Aurea, myself Loli from Loli's Creations, and this month's theme is Tier Tray Decor. The links to our channels and to their playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure to head on over to their channels, their playlist, and show everyone some love. Here for the second rubber transfer, I had some lifting of the Mod Podge. I think I didn't wait long enough for it to cure, and that's why it was lifting. But just be very careful when you remove that so you don't have any lifting. But all I did was just tap it down and just rub it down, and then everything smoothed down again. Now we are going to go ahead and use a different rubber transfer that we got also from Dollar Tree. And I decided to use the word dream. And I just position it right in between the other two rubber transfers in the same manner that I did the first two. But I pressed down on it. Actually, it fell and I couldn't pick it up because it adhered pretty well to the surface. So it came out a little bit lopsided. Here was me trying to fix it quite unsuccessfully. So I just had to resign myself to let it be lopsided. So I just put it down, rubbed it down, and that is it for this one. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this one? For this one, I'm using this Hobby Lobby ornament that I got for, I believe it was like, I don't know, it was $4.99. I got it for 50 cents, 90% off. And I'm going to remove the hanger off of it. To do that, I had to pry off this piece right here that said Mom and Dad. I thought I could just pull off the hanger after just lifting it a bit. I was wrong. This thing was built so strong, guys. I had to remove that tab over and come to find out that the ribbon was stapled down pretty good there. So I had to use the little weeder from Dollar Tree to get underneath that staple and go ahead and pry both of those staples off in order to remove the hanger. Once that hanger was off, we're going to go ahead and take my little zip sander and just sand off that area to remove any excess glue that was left behind. And then I covered both pieces with some Folkart Rich Black paint. And then painted the face of the smaller piece with Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. And once it was dry, I'm going to go ahead and reposition it in its original position. When I removed this, it left behind two little browns like staples coming from behind. So I'm using those two as a guide to position this back in place. It was lifting a bit. I should have added some glue in the middle, but that is fine. I came in with some hot glue. I lifted it a bit, added some hot glue to the bottom in the middle there. and held it there until it dried. Now it's time for some embellishments. I'm going to remove the back end off of this frame, and we are going to put some cutie things in here. This came with a plastic in the front and the paper in the middle. We are going to discard the paper and we are going to keep the plastic. For the plastic, I'm going to take one of these bags that I got from Dollar Tree. I love the prints of these. I was considering each one of these, but I decided to go with the one that had the small bee print, this one right here. I took the back end from that frame and I positioned it on a section of the bag and just traced it with a pen. And then cut out the shape. The paper that I cut off was a little bit too big to go into that opening, so I had to trim some off the edges. I made sure to leave the plastic piece as the first piece within that opening. Then I positioned my paper, repositioned the back end, closed everything up. Then I'm going to take one of these rubber transfers that I got from Dollar Tree. I was not sure what word to use. I ended up cutting up two words, the word family and the word kindness. I wasn't sure which one to use. I decided to go with the word kindness. Let me know in the comment section which one will you choose. I'm adding this word onto the plastic that comes in the front of this. I didn't go with the paper because it did have a bit of glitter on there and it was not completely flat. And then also I wanted to have the ability to change the background based on whatever I want at the time. The word will remain the same, but I can always change the background. Once I positioned the transfer and made sure that it was nicely straight, then I'm going to press down with my thumb on there, hold it in place, and go ahead and rub on using my nail until the entire word is adhered. To make sure that everything was done, I used my my Dollar Tree scraper to make sure that that word was adhered in every edge, and then just remove that film from the top. And that's it. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this one? For this project, I'll be using one of these porcelain baskets that I got from Dollar Tree and removing that tag from the bottom. And then I'm going to take one of these rubber transfers that I got from Dollar Tree. And these guys, they are gorgeous. I only found them once. I picked up 6 and I'm so glad that I did. I'm going to use this one right here, and I will also be including that butterfly that is right next to it. I'm going to position the rubber transfer. First, I'm trying to figure out exactly what angle I want that butterfly to go on and my flower to be centered as well. And once I'm happy with that placement, I'm going to go ahead and remove the back end off of it, position it in place, make sure to hold it in place exactly in the place that I want it, because this is quite sticky. Once you position it down, it is quite easy for it to just stay in place. So here I'm being very careful to position it. I'm going to hold it in place there, then take one of these scrapers from Dollar Tree and just rub it on in small sections, making sure that every little nook and cranny of each section of the rubber transfer is adhered to the surface before I lift that film. The trick is to go in small sections, rub and lift, rub and lift. When you start seeing that you have like a kind of bit of a hazy finish on the piece that you have rubbed on, you know that it's mostly have separated from the film. So just keep doing that. And if you see there's any places or any areas in which some of the design is lifting with the film, just go ahead and position it back down and just rub it on a little bit more, and just don't move it from that section until you are happy with it. And then you keep lifting and going until the entire image is adhered to your surface. My friend, if you enjoyed this video so far, please don't forget to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. It is free and it means the world to me. And don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, so YouTube notifies you each time that I upload a new video. All these things are free and they mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Then I added some greenery, some flowers, and we are done. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this project? For this project, I'll be using this small picture frame that I got from Dollar Tree. We're going to remove the film. As you see there, it gave me a hard time, but I conquered it there. Anyway, I removed the packaging. We're going to remove the backing off of it as well and put everything to the side for now. Then I took this rubber transfer that I found at Dollar Tree about 2 years ago, and I'm going to use the same paper that came with the frame, but I'm going to use it backwards. I'm checking here to make sure that it's going to fit my image, and it does. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off that image from the packaging and lift that piece of film off of it and position it centered to that paper. I'm using the back of the paper that came with the frame. If you have a piece of cardstock or something like that, you can use that as well. Here, I'm going to just make sure that everything is straight because I do not want this to be lopsided. So, and then also the rub and transfer tends to want to stick to things before you have it set exactly where you want it. So I'm being very careful. Then I took my little scraper from Dollar Tree and I'm rubbing that onto that piece of paper, making sure that everything is adhered correctly. And I am concentrating my efforts on where the wording is. And I do want some of that brown border to be there, but it's only going to be on the paper in the top and the bottom because it was too long for it to fit on the sides. And thankfully, this did not stick to the paper. It was lifting quite all right. The film, I mean, the actual rub on itself was amazing the way that here. It just looked like it was written onto the paper, so that was perfect. Then we're going to position that back onto the frame and reposition the backing. This was looking nice, but you know already, I'm not done yet. I'm going to come in with some more of those rub and transfers that came with the same packaging, but I'm going to use all the greenery right here. Actually, not all of it. I'm going to use those two pieces that you see there at the top. I'm going to position one of those pieces on opposite corners of the frame. I decided to use the green one on this edge. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that the leaves fit all in the corner, trying to find the best positioning for it. And then I'm just going to use my nail to go ahead and rub those little pieces on. And I'm going to just be lifting in small sections, being careful that all of the leaves sections of the little pieces are adhering correctly. I'm also bringing in my little scraper. And just as I said, I'm going to be just rubbing and lifting, and this adhered so easily. For the other corner, I'm going to use this other one right here, this brown one. And I did pretty much the same thing on this side. Again, angling in such a way that all of the petals or all of the leaves, I should say, of this piece are on the picture frame. And this is perfect because it also molds to the contours of the frame. And that is it. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? My friend, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you enjoyed today's content, here is some more videos you are sure to enjoy. Thank you again so much for watching. You're amazing. Bye.